All right, so today's adventure is, what are we doing today?
Zip line park.
We're gonna be doing the zip lines. I'm here with some of my kiddos. There's the last one, right? And so we're going to venture into the heat and hang from bridges and zip down stuff and hopefully not run into a tree, right? Nope, we're not running into trees.
I hope not.
No running into trees. And you're not gonna get stuck, right? All right, come on with us. So, those of you who know me, heights are not necessarily my thing. But it's fun out here. Sometimes you just gotta let go, right? You just gotta have fun. Too much work, no play, not good. We're sitting here on our last course, and as we are kind of hung up, I'm swaying in a tree. I do not like that. The fact that what's supposed to be stable is actually swimming around. This is what I do for my children. I go up on things that I know I'm afraid of, and we try and make this work. But it's been pretty fun. It's been one heck of a workout. I am sweating my butt off here. But yeah, definitely get outside, do some extra work, and go try out this zipline park. It's absolutely fantastic. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Life of Kaiser. And you know, we're doing this week by week. We're trying stuff new. Hopefully you can see by the different type of effect that's on here that's a little bit different. I got some comments about the line that was going through for my VHS 80s thing. So we're trying this one. We're gonna see if this one's better or if you like the other one. But I like the old 80s things because it's me, so I like it. But anyway, so this week was kind of busy. We're getting towards the end of the school year. The summer school. We're getting to the end of summer break. And so we're still trying to do some things and have some fun and play around and stuff like that. So as you saw, went to the zipline park, which was crazy. And a heck of a workout. Like, I didn't really think that it was going to be like that, but man, it was a workout. It was... So if you're looking for something outdoorsy and that's going to push you for a little bit, go ahead and do the trampoline park near you, the zipline park near you, because I'm pretty sure you'll have the same experience of like, man, this was a lot of stuff to do. But as things are, I guess, calming down or getting more excited, we're trying to squeeze everything we possibly can into the life, and that's where the life balance of being a parent and then being an entrepreneur and teacher and stuff, because I'm getting ready to be, ready to go and teach myself. So it's kind of hard to try and balance everything. But because of that, because there's a lot of balance for everyone else, you know what? I figured I'd just go ahead and do something fun for myself. And well, I did this. So, as you can see, sometimes you just need to go and get something fun. Alright, so Alright, so I'm kind of working on trying to get a half sleeve thing going on right now. It's all tattoos that I've designed, and or at least the design work is stuff that I've done, and I don't know, it all means something to me, right? Every single piece that I'm going to be putting on this arm means something to me, and so that's why it's taking time, because I got to figure out what I want to do, and you know, as stuff comes together, and then working with the Queen's Gambit, right, which is a tattoo place, working with them, it's seeing, because they're actual tattoo artists, so they see things that I don't, because I generally work on a 2D surface. So but putting stuff up and then going, oh, okay, well, I could do this over here, I can do that over there, you know, so getting it done piece by piece by piece is really cool, and I do enjoy it. And you know, I have to say, like, when I got my first tattoo, people were like, you just wait until it heals and you're gonna want more, and they were not lying. So watch out, because it's a very good possibility that if you go off and get a tattoo, you're gonna actually you're gonna want more. And so yeah, but so this tattoo that I have here, I started realizing that it could actually be a really cool shirt design and sticker design. So for those who follow me and on Patreon, or who support me on Patreon, right, they're gonna get this sticker. But I started looking at it and I did this, and I'm like, ooh, check that out. And then I did the other side, did this one, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that might be really cool. So I put it up on a poll on YouTube. So if you're following me on YouTube, you saw the poll, and it, for the longest time, was like 50-50, and then one person was like, we'll put it over here. So now I'm gonna have to put this to the production and make 2 separate shirts, because I like the way that it looks. And you know, it was really fun, and it is possible, it's very possible, that it's going to be influencing the actual book of Ninja Empire, because the way that the colored version looked, it made it kind of look like an old school, like the watercolor paintings and on the rice paper and stuff like that, the Japanese paintings and stuff. So I was like, ooh, this might actually work as an aesthetic for the comic. So I'm actually working to try and figure out whether or not that's going to be cool. So, you know, maybe it would be. So what do you guys think? Would you like to continue to see the book in the more like Avatar, The Last Airbender style, or in a more, you know, kind of retro Japanese painting style? What do you guys think? We'll be right back after these messages. Now, back to our show. Yeah, so this week we also went and found a, well, it's not new, but it's new to us. Comic book store was Third Eye Comics. They have a store out in Waldorf, Maryland, and it was kind of close in opposition to the one that's kind of really far away from us. And we're like, oh, we should go. And I love taking the kids to places that kind of connects them to what I do, you know, and they like comics, and it's got manga and games and stuff like that. So everyone who went kind of had something to look at or that they wanted and stuff like that. And I think that's really good to introduce them to what I do and the art stuff. And I mean, now granted, it's all over the place, right? You come into my office, there's all kinds of action figures and toys and comics and all kinds of stuff like that. But to see it out there and be like, oh wow, you can really get some cool stuff, and there's people out there and stuff like that. And I think that's really important. So I was very happy to go out there and look at this comic book store, which I thought was really fun. And then I actually picked up some comics, just kind of rare, right? I went ahead and picked up Battle Chasers 10 and 11 since they came out, finally. So I went ahead and picked up 10 and 11, and then it was recommended to me, well, I saw this, right? And I saw Ninjas, so I was like, oh, I should probably get that. But then I was told that it was in conjunction with the Hellfire Gala, and they're like, you should pick this up, and if you like this, it's a good jump-in point, but then you're going to want to get this. So I went ahead and got it, and of course, stickers, because, well, I like stickers. And so yeah, I picked up some comics, really liking the ability to go back and just pick up comics whenever. It really is inspiring to see all the cool stuff that's out there, and the acceptance that people are having towards independent stuff, and even the bigger companies are pulling in creator-owned projects that if you're willing to work for it, you can actually make something really cool with it. And I think that's really cool, and I do like going out there. And it even sparked an idea to actually do like a like sketchbook Saturday or sketchbook Sunday, something like that, where I want to take some of the stuff that people have published and then draw it, right? And be like, oh, okay, this is cool. Kind of a learning technique that I used to do, which was grab artists and artwork that I really liked and then just pretty much just drew it. Sometimes, depending on what it was, if it was too complicated, I would trace it just to get the hand-eye coordination and muscle memory going. But I think that being able to draw it and just go like, okay, I see what they're doing here, here's this, here's that, and then seeing how different, even though it's right in front of you, to see how different that drawing is going to be, because you will still interpret it a certain way. So I think that would be pretty fun. And so, be on the lookout for something like that. Because I'm always trying to learn something, always trying to push into some type of new thing. And one thing that my son really wants me to do is watercolor, and he's like, you should do watercolor Wednesdays, and I'm like, well, I gotta finish this comic first. But I do like the idea of watercolor, especially since if you're not following me on Twitch or on YouTube to watch my live streams, you probably don't know that I've actually switched to digital, to drawing my pencils and inks digitally, because I was drawing it all very traditional. I had all these boards, and it was taking me very, very long. So I would pencil it in red, then I would I'd try and pencil it light in red, but then I'd come back in and I would pencil it almost again with just a regular pencil. Then I would take it to the computer and I would ink it, and then I would color it. But I figured, I want to get faster on digital, because I think that it's just something, like, I have an iPad now, I want to be able to use it more, and it not just be, oh, well, I'm on a trip, let me use it. Like, I want digital to try and be a little bit more in my wheelhouse of work, solely because I want to get faster, right? Doesn't mean I'm going to get away from traditional, because that is my bread and butter, and I love that. But if I can get more projects done, then there'll be more reason to do like covers and interesting things like that. So I am trying to do digital, and I started that last week, this week, some type of week. I started it, and I have to tell you that penciling and inking, so I put in about 5 hours. I had penciled the entire page, and I had pretty much inked about 80% of it. I mean, that's huge for me. Now, I mean, I know there wasn't a lot of backgrounds and stuff, but there was still a lot of drawings, and I was still figuring stuff out. And for me, it was a really big jump to be like 5 hours and looking at it and going, I'm almost done with this panel, or this page. So I'm really excited to see how that's going to go for the next 19 pages. That's right, you heard it, 19 pages. And I know the numbers, that wasn't really anything, but 19 pages is what I have left to draw, and then the book will be done. Now, depending on what we do, like hopefully next week I'll be able to show you like a test page of the retro style that I want to do, and then we can compare it to the two. But I'm really looking forward to seeing which one is gonna pull your guys' interest as well as mine. But if we do the other one and it gives a more authentic look, it will be a lot faster because all I'm doing is flats, and I think that's like huge. Is like, oh, I don't have to come in here and do the shadows and every little bit. It's just drop color, drop color, drop color, done. So we're looking at trying to do something completely different with that, and hopefully it'll look good. But as always, if you follow me on YouTube, you will see it because I will post. But if you follow me on, or if you support me on Patreon, you'll get an actual Patreon Discord link, and that is where I would post things first. So I've been doing a bunch of other things, so it's not very active on there, but I do post little things that you wouldn't see anywhere else. So, or at least first, you'd see it first. So I highly recommend you go checking out the Patreon link and see if there's a tier that you'd want to help support. And if you get in on $5, you get a sticker every single month. New sticker, brand new sticker every single month. But anyway, as we are moving forward, I'm getting ready for Baltimore. I'm also getting ready for Granite City Comic-Con, which is literally the week after Baltimore. And so I'm trying to get some more stuff done, and I'm going to be doing a lot more drawings here, especially since the kids are going to be going back to school soon. It gives me a little bit more time. And yeah, so you should see a lot more art popping up, especially on these videos, you know, like, hey, look at all the stuff that I was able to get done. But then also like merch and stuff like that, because it's all coming, because Ninja Empire is going to be my magnum opus. And it might not always be a graphic novel, but graphic novel, toys, game, t-shirts, lunch boxes, you know, like I want to try and make this a thing and hopefully be able to go like at licensing con in 2024 or 2025 and go, hey, look, I've already established all these things. Here's all these people that are watching and looking at it and stuff like that. Why don't we make it a Netflix show or Amazon Prime show? Like, I would be very excited with that. So hopefully you guys will stick with me and follow me on the journey as we move to try and make Ninja Empire something that everybody remembers, and we bring ninjas back. So hopefully, though, like as we support these shirts, you know, because I think they're cool, later we'll actually have Ninja Empire merch shirts. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys so very, very much. It means a lot that you would come and even watch this and follow the weird things that we're doing. But thank you so very, very much. It means a lot. Yeah, if you're not following, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you can follow the Life of Kaiser as well as seeing all the content that I'm dropping. Yeah, it's gonna be great. If you have any suggestions about anything that I've done before, please let me know in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you at the next episode.